more difficult for families to make philosophical choices regarding vaccination. And they have to go to their doctor or a doctor, which sounds great, really does sound great. But the big problem is what I stated before, is that most doctors aren't trained. They're in the dark. They don't read the studies themselves. They don't really understand how to research. I mean, until I was in graduate school and learned about funding studies and look for, you know, who funded this one group. Really, as a physician, are quite naive about how things work politically and financially, and that things are really the bottom line. I had no idea that so many departments were completely funded. And we have medical ethics departments that are completely funded by pharma. I mean, that's a huge conflict of interest as far as I'm concerned. We have a vaccine medical ethics department, the only one in the United States, that is completely funded by not only pharma, but the vaccine manufacturers themselves. So, you know, when they're publishing articles, doctors see this and don't understand who's funding them, and they believe everything when things have been cherry-picked. They read a study on Gardasil vaccine, they don't understand that a placebo is not a safe injection. Most doctors don't believe me when I tell them that the placebo used in most vaccine studies for safety is the aluminum adjuvant. It's an adjuvant, or it's an experimental meningitis C vaccine, as in the Prevnar. So when we don't actually study for safety, and by the way, the Cochrane collaboration, which most doctors do not read, but it is the only independent group collaboration of researchers all over the world that don't ever take money from the industry. And every single Cochrane collaboration, whether they find a vaccine to be effective or not, they all end with the statement that the risks have not been evaluated, that we need safety studies. We really can't make a risk-benefit assessment when we don't know the risks. And doctors don't know that. So the doctors believe the inserts, the VIS sheets from the CDC. They think that those are the only issues. They also, I never knew there was a vaccine compensation court. I trained as a pediatrician. I ran a pediatric emergency room. I did not know until a few years ago when I did my master's and investigated the issues that we have, that there was a separate court set up and that all vaccine manufacturers are 100% free. They're the only people that benefit from immunity are the vaccine manufacturers. They cannot be sued for anything, not even for defective design as opined by Scalia in February of 2011. And doctors don't know this. If I tell them that, they tell me, no, I don't believe you. I have to tell them to look it up. So the problem with having people go to doctors is that the parents know much more than the doctors. These parents have done the research. They've read the opines. They've read the adjudication of these criminal cases against manufacturers. They've read all kinds of issues. They've read the studies. The doctors haven't. And so it's really the patient educating the doctor, and it's a big waste of time for those patients. And it's not fair for patients who are busy, parents who don't have the means, who don't have the financial means, who have to work 2 or 3 jobs. They don't have the time for this. So there's going to be a lot of social injustice that happens because the wealthy will be able to afford to take the time and get somebody to take their kid or to go listen to the pediatrician talk and tell them things that they either already know or know much more than that pediatrician or family practitioner. And that's the problem. Herein lies the big problem. The doctors are clueless. So I hope that answered your question.